I think this video is really going to speak for itself. Some of the craziest things you thought you've ever seen. Well, buckle your seatbelt. Because this is the icing on the cake. Let's get into this.
The truth of the matter is I had a car and still went through some shit. I had a house and still went through some shit. I had dreams and still went through some shit. I had visions and still went through some shit. The truth of the matter is you can say however you want to say, but I've been real and honest with you from the beginning. I've been through some shit with that shit, but the shit I go through now is different shit, because God carries me through that shit.
The scream at the end, like he really just said something.
Through that shit.
Yeah, what was that? Was that even called for? It's like I say a lot of times about a lot of these messages that come out and a lot of this stuff that you see where it's like, bro, this is not even really that alarming anymore. At this point, it's just like, go figure, what's next? I mean, there's already so many other crazy things going on in the churches. There's already so many other wild things taking place in the pulpit. So it's like, at this point, I'm not shocked to see it. It's just interesting that this was the next thing to see. Now, I get it, like I always say. I understand that there is a direct intent, if you will, that some of these pastors, these preachers, that they want to try and relate to the audience that they're speaking to. But there's got to be a different way. There's got to be a different way. Because yes, we all go through things. We all experience life. And yeah, man, it's hard. It's not easy. But what edification does this give God? And I've had to tell myself this in my personal life because sometimes I'll have conversations. Sometimes I'll talk with people, and I'm a person that likes to express his emotions as well. That way people really understand where I'm coming from. But I've had to check myself on that because sometimes, even in trying to express myself, to give people an understanding in my personal life, I end up going a little too far. And I end up not even really getting the point across. Reminds me sometimes of how God says, write the vision, make it plain. Sometimes it's easier to say and do the simple thing. I want to say better. It's better and it's more beneficial sometimes to say the small thing. I think when you think about the message that the pastor was teaching and things he was saying, you can't really get a message out without saying what he said. Because the reality of it is, like I said, if you just say the simple thing, we've all been through a lot. But that will resonate a little bit more than what this gentleman was saying and how he was saying it. Now, there's just no justification for such a thing like this. There's no way to beat around it. There's no way to say that it's okay. I mean, it's not. Now, it's a true statement, but it's not necessarily the most honorable behavior. We got to get to a point, man, where the showiness and the showmanship of ministry, church, what have you, we really got to get to a point where that stuff takes a back seat. Because a lot of people, they know the fanciness of church. They know the traditions of men. They know the order of man church, man traditions in the church. But a lot of people don't know God. And for this to be something that people are choosing to teach and preach when they have the opportunity to speak to plenty of people, and this is what they choose to go with. And it's sad because you have so many people in that congregation that are so lost, and they're in agreement with this. They're there clapping, shouting. The guy at the end, yeah, I mean, he was having a time. He really felt it. Maybe he's been going through some stuff too. But I don't know, man. Sometimes it makes me think, like, what goes through these people's minds? You know what I mean? Like, you ever think about that? Like, what really goes through these people's minds when they say, I'm going to get up there, and when I teach the word of God, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to do. It really shocks me. But then again, that flips the question to make me think, are these people even really sitting down and studying? Are they taking pen to paper, writing notes? Because surely I feel like if they're taking notes, there's no way that a person can write this down, read over it, edit it, proofread it, if you will. There's no way, I believe, that a person would do all of that and still say, yes, this is what I'm going to teach the people. This is what we're going to talk about, and this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm pretty sure at some point in time, there would have and had to and should have been some type of discernment that entered this man, conviction, to say that I believe the message is good, but there has to be a different way to deliver it. And like I said, that's something that I'm working on. That's something that I'm learning right now. And this time is that sometimes our intentions, they're very well. We mean very well. But we got to watch our delivery and the way that we dish out certain things. Right? The vision, man. Make it plain, make it simple. Don't complicate things. Life is already complicated enough. There's no need to complicate it anymore, man. That's all I got for you guys on this one. Appreciate you guys staying all the way to the end if you have. To the next one. I'm out.